Hello people, this is Martin, one of your guys. I'm going to be talking about this car. This is a Lexus GS350 all-wheel drive. I'm a big fan of Lexus cars, so I'm going to be reviewing a lot of Lexus. Okay, uh, I am with Sparta Associated is the business name, LFC. So I'm doing a review on this particular car. This is though used, but is mainly for people that do buy a lot of used cars. Okay, I want to let you guys know how reliable this particular car is, and especially for my people. Okay, mostly my people from back home in Niger. Okay, Niger, Ghana. So do holler at me. Okay, this particular car has seen a huge success, although I think Lexus is discontinuing it, I think come 2021 or 22, but it's seen a huge success. All right, now Lexus generally is built by Toyota. Everything from beginning to the end is made by Toyota. Okay, so those cars, you know what Toyota stands for, right? Reliability, affordability, and all those easy to maintain things. Okay, so because of that, they put the same quality product into this particular car that you see here in building this car, right? This car become easy to maintain since it's owned by Toyota, and just overall it doesn't hurt your pocket as much as other cars. Now, I'm not saying that other cars are bad. For example, I'm a big fan of the Mercedes AMG 63, the 63s, right? The E63, the C63, and the S63, and the CF63. I don't know if they still make it. I love these cars. Okay, now equally, I love the what they call it, the BMW M5. That's another great car I like, and the M3s, and also the M6. But those cars, for now, for me particular, and for a lot of people that are looking for something affordable that is not going to break your bank when it comes to maintenance, this is a car to go. Lexus line, especially the GS, is a car to go. I don't know if Lexus is going to make another sedan with a rear-wheel drive apart from the IS, but the GS is a standard rear-wheel drive. Okay, rear axle, and this is mainly for my people. That means very good to drive, lasts a little longer. Okay, it's not a front-wheel drive, so you don't have a lot of wear and tear in the front. This one is a rear-wheel drive. Okay, rear axle. All right, so this particular one is all-wheel drive platform, so very fun to drive. For me, it's fun to drive. It doesn't have all the power in the world. Okay, it's fun to drive. It's naturally aspirated 3.5 liter V6, about 300 horsepower, maybe 305. Okay, but breeze to drive. Okay, one thing about this car is the luxury, the leather, the quality inside and out. Okay, everything is quality inside and out. Okay, it has a great leather interior, it has a great trim, and the dashboard is amazing. It's very simple. There's nothing too much going on it. It's not confusing to look at. There's no millions button to push. It's very simple. It's very straightforward. For me, I like simplicity, and Lexus do make a lot of cars great that brings simplicity to the market. Okay, so this particular one is great with that. I am going to take a little bit look around the car, and I'm still going to be talking while I do that. So you guys come with me. Let's talk about this car a little bit, just something fun about it, and look at the picture too, and see if it's something you would want to have, or maybe want to switch to. Here we go. So as I said, there's not much to it. It's very simple. It's very straightforward. Lines are great. This particular one, I actually bought it at the auction. I do buy car at the auction most of the time. My buddy, my mentor, is a dealer, so I partner with him and I do business with him. This one I bought, I took a huge gamble, bought it at the auction. It wasn't starting. The only damage I saw, even to today, I don't want to fix it yet, is this scratch in the back. That was the only visible damage I saw. But it did say in the memo, that the car was not started. Okay, so because of that, I think a lot of people shied away from it because they don't know if it has more problem, right? And I gambled and I bought it. The car came. I took it to my mechanic. He told me to give him 24 hours to look at it. 24 hours later, he called me back and he told me that the car needed a starter, that the starter is bad. So we replaced the starter. Starter was cheap, but labor was a little bit expensive. Okay, everything still was on that $1,000 finished. I took the car ran fine. Alignment was off. I did the alignment, did the transmission flush through him, did oil change. After that, that's all I've done to this car, and I've been driving it. It came with a really low mileage, I think 43,000 miles on it. Right now it's about 47 roughly. So low mileage once again, no other big issue. All right, so now let's look at the inside. I love light colors, especially if I have to go from light exterior wise. I want to go from light to light interior. Okay, I don't like light to dark, I like light to light, but I would prefer dark interior to lighter interior. My first choice in interior would have been the red trim, but I couldn't find that. Everybody wanted those ones. So look, here's the interior. As I said, dashboard is pretty simple, it's pretty straightforward. There's nothing heavy on it. There's not a lot of buttons on the dash. It's just easy, flowy, and very easy on the eye. In the back, leather still clean, quality well maintained. Right here, this is another issue. I'm probably gonna find this and replace it, but other than that, everything works fine here in the back. Once again, back seat have that kind of visor in the back, which is great. I like it. Beautiful car overall. One of my thing that I really had a problem with, and I'm still having difficulties with, is mastering this thing right here. Now, this is supposedly how you change the navigation and control the radio. Man, this is very difficult, and I'm hoping that these people would go away from this, but I think they have actually. I think they have like the pad, the touch pad. I have not used that one. I hope that is easier to use, but this is very annoying when you have to use it. Okay, here is a different mode, drive mode, which is pretty standard in most of the cars these days. You know, it has snow, eco, and of course sport. Some cars probably have a little bit more option, but this is pretty basic for what you need most of the time. Here's the gauge cluster. I think the gauge cluster is very, very dated, super dated. I would think they have something a lot much better than this. Once again, everything else seems very simple, easy to find. The button, the push start, push button start, and the rest of the stuff. But as I said, Lexus is not, I don't think they were going for high performance or like a car that is going to blow people out of blow the roof out of the house or something. But what they designed was simple and it's quite great. It's not very difficult to look at, and it's not very difficult to maintain. And I think they did achieve that with this, with most of their cars, and especially for me with this particular one. A little bit story. I've had a GS. This is my third GS. I actually started with a Lexus ES. That's the first Lexus car I drove. It was a 1998, high mileage, 180,000 miles. Believe it or not, I had that car. Whoever had it maintained it, because I didn't have to do anything but oil change and tire rotation and all that. After that, I drove that. I sold it, and I lost about maybe $500 from what I bought it. turned around and bought a 2003 GS300. That one I was a little bit disappointed because it was super underpowered, right? It had only 200 horsepower on it, or 203 horsepower roughly. So it was very underpowered to me. I didn't enjoy the drive, so I drove it, but it was reliable. The leather interior was even better than this one. It was very plush, very nice, very rich interior. That car went everywhere with me. I drove it from sometimes Texas to Georgia, back and forth, Louisiana, Mississippi, name it. I took it anywhere I could. I'm not a huge fan of renting a car when I travel. If my car can do the road trip, I'd rather use my car because I'm comfortable in it. So, and those cars, they were great road cars, quality and luxury, you know, very, very comfortable car. You don't get tired as easily, okay? After that, I bought another 2007 GS 300, now all-wheel drive platform, a little bit more horsepower, okay, and fun to drive. Enjoy the heck out of it. Drove that one again, not as high mileage. That one was about 89,000 miles when I bought it. I drove it for a while, sold it. Since then, for a while, I've been driving every other car I could find, but I wasn't truly happy with them. But I just bought them anyway, just to drive, until I came across this one. So when I came across this particular car, I wanted it. I waited for it. It came, I bought it, and to today, I have it, and I love it. It's been great. It's been fun, and it's very reliable. Okay. As I said, please don't quote me. This is not a high performance car. This car is not fast by all means. This car is not a BMW M5. Once again, this car is not a Mercedes E63 AMG, and at the same time, this car is not an Audi S6 or S5 or any of those. But this car's great car to drive, great car to have, easy to maintain. Okay, I want to give a shout out to my buddy Josh, aka JT. He's been a great guy that I work with. I work with him with his license. I do business with him. At the same time, I'm gonna give a shout out to brother Kemi, Auto Genius. He's been great with me too. I do business with him too. I buy car from him, and I'm a little bit partner to him too. Most of the time, he helped me with getting some tags that I need to drive cars around, since I'm an authorized agent with him. And at the same time, I want to give a shout out to one of my buddy, Zalex. You're going to be hearing a lot of his music, okay? A lot of his music. I'm going to be playing his music, and I'm going to be using his music as a sound, as a background sound for my videos. So please reach out to my big brother Zalex. All right. This is a Niger tune. You can find some of his download. I think on iTunes, I believe he has some of his music there. At the same time, you can watch some of his music on YouTube as well. Okay. So till then, if you guys need more information about this vehicle, please do let me know. I'm gonna leave my information. And as I said, my name is Martin. This is Spada Associated Review and Spada Associated LLC. And I hope to see you guys soon. Please leave me a message. Please leave me a review. Please leave me a view, okay? Yeah, have a good week ahead. Peace out.